There we go. G'day, it's beer o'clock, and you know what that means? It's time for Beer with Bender. Now, if you don't know what Beer with Bender is, it's a show where it's me, Alex Bender, interviewing great, awesome entrepreneurs all around the world. And we've had some great guests on here already from Australia and from the US, and so excited about today from a guy that I'm only really starting to get to know. He's a really great guy. He's part of the team that I'm involved with in the system that I use. He's just an amazing guy, and like you may have noticed lately, I'm clean shaven, but this guy, he's not. Like, he's got his nice big bushy beard, and yeah, without any further ado, this is Jesse Reeves. How are you there, Jesse?
I'm doing great. How's it going, Alex?
Mate, I'm doing awesome. I've got my Coopers here, mate. What do you got yourself going on, mate? What have we got going on?
It's called a Chimay.
Right, yeah. Tell us a little bit about this beer.
Well, okay, this is a Belgian. It's an ale actually made from the monks, the Trappist monks from Belgium there. So, you know, one of those nice, expensive, crazy beers. So,
all good, man. All good. We're all about testing out different beers. I've only done Coopers in this show, but we've had a few different ones coming on the show, and I'm going to be testing out a few different craft beers along the way. So let us know what you think of this beer. And yeah, all good, man. Rightio. So Jesse, like, to start us all off, tell everyone a fun fact about yourself, mate.
A fun fact, like something nobody actually would know about me. Truthfully, in the end, okay, we'll just pull it from in high school. Okay, yes, I did sports and whatnot, but in high school, I was actually a band geek.
A band geek?
So yeah, I was literally a band geek. I was actually invited to go to England to play for the Queen. My freshman year of high school, I didn't go. Didn't have the money, you know, little freshman in little poor town, but you know, it was really cool. It was to represent my state. But I did go to Canada as a freshman, though, to play in the jazz festival.
That's awesome, man. So what were you playing? Like, there's all different kind of bands. Trombone, did you say?
Yep, absolutely.
Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. And you got invited to play for the Queen. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, even just to say you've had the invite, that's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So yeah, you're an online entrepreneur. So how did you start this crazy journey of entrepreneurship? Like, what started all of this craziness?
All right. So look at it this way. I spent 6 years in the military in the United States Navy, and I actually learned to become a helicopter mechanic. And I also, after that, I spent another 10 years working for the military in general as a contractor, still flying and working on aircraft. Basically, a couple years ago, I bought a house, and this is the first time my wife and I have actually been stable in one place in the last, 11 years or so. And so when we actually got to sit down and we stopped and we got to actually buy a house, because I was just tired of spending ridiculous money out to somewhere and it wasn't actually doing anything for me, I started getting scared after I bought the house, right? I was like, okay, I have no retirement, right? Because I got paid well, but I never was able to really put anything to retirement, right? Because of always moving and whatnot, so the expenses were always high. So by the time it was all said and done, I was like, you know what? I always knew I wanted to work for myself. I always knew that I didn't need somebody above me to turn around and tell me how to do things more than, just help me out. And I always had a sense of independence, and I can get that from my dad, but, it's straightforward. That's really what pushed it. I was like, you know what? I need something I can do online, something that I can actually align myself with, truly be, okay with it. At first, I heard about online marketing and working online, and I was worried, I was really worried, because I was like, okay, marketing, right? So I'm sitting here thinking, man, are these people cutthroat? Or, because if this is going to be like a used car salesman job, I'm out, right? I hadn't done it in the last 16 years. I'm sure as heck not going to do it now, right? Yeah. So once I got in and got into the culture, I really realized though that these are some great people. We have some awesome ethics and it's just great. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, well, like our team is amazing that we're part of, and that, yeah, like as you said, like you didn't want to be like a used car sleazy kind of salesman or anything like
Um,
that. And now I'm exactly the same, dude. Like that, and that's something that I thought to start with too. It's like, oh, you're going to be like pushing, manipulating kind of stuff, but like that's not at all how it is. You just got to be honest. You got to be yourself, and you're really you're you're exactly that, man. Like you are Jesse Reeves. Like there's nothing else out there. So that's awesome, man.
that's awesome. I appreciate that, by the way.
All good. Well, man. Like, who is your most influential person? Like we all have great influences in our lives, and
Right.
what's someone that you consider to be your most influential person, and what's the reason behind that, mate?
All right. So, one of the people that I really connected with really strongly outside of my family, and of course, my dad's one of the top ranking, most influential people in my life, right? But I would have to say, especially in like what we do, the most influential person that is really I've connected with is really what actually led me to asking to come into our team, was actually is Ray Higdon, believe it or not. Earlier last year, I actually bought a product, early on, through another leader in a different company. And I really just connected with him. Like the way he talked on there, the things he was talking about, responsibility and accountability as leaders, these are things that really resonate with me. Being a military guy, I mean, yeah, I was only in for 6, but I was actually working for him for 16. So you could figure it's a big part of my life. It's a big culture. So that had to resonate with me. And what was truly awesome about Ray Higdon is he doesn't care, right? He could care less what anybody has to say. He literally just puts it on the table. And it's people like him and Tim Sales. I got to meet him. He's a great guy. He's just another one of those people that he owns the room, right? He'll tell you, listen, just point blank, you're worthless if you are, right? I mean, he is not zero fluff. It's all 100%. And really, and those are really quality people that I really, really connected with really well. So that's what really led me to where I'm at today.
No, that's cool, man. Like I love Ray's stuff. Like I watch him on Periscope and stuff, and or whatever. Like he'll just turn the camera on, put it in his car, and just start driving and talking. And it's just like he's just straight from the heart, and all of his stuff is just so like you just connect with it. He's just he knows how to talk.
He's truly a genuine guy. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's an amazing guy and an amazing guy to follow too. And yeah, I know a lot of our teammates, they all just follow a lot of the stuff that he does. So that's really cool, man. No worries, mate. Well, as an entrepreneur, mate, you've got to have a lot of quotes. And like, as I've said in the past couple of episodes here, like our mentor, Paul Hutchings, every second sentence is quoting other people. And like Dave Wood always says, people always do what you do when you quote other people. And so like, do you have yourself an absolute favorite quote?
Yeah, I actually quote this quote all the time, and it's one I stole from Ray Higdon that he stole from the actual person that said it. So this is a famous quote by now don't let me get this wrong here. Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. I know that's a mouthful, right? That's a lot, right? So now his quote is just truly one of those things that you can apply to your life, period. And it's literally, the pain pushes until the vision pulls. I mean, it's straightforward, right? Your pain literally pushes you forward until your vision takes over and pulls you through to success. And that's what we all have to really, really, really just do to be successful.
Yeah, man, that's a powerful quote. I actually hadn't heard that before. So yeah, man.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I'm like, that's like every 10th word out of Ray Higdon's mouth.
Well, I must have heard of that. I must have heard of it. No, yeah. Well, I guess it's the Reverend. Where I was trying to work out if I heard of the Reverend, but yeah,
I get it.
yeah. But no, that's all good, man. just thinking back now on Ray's stuff, it's like, yeah, actually, no, I guess I have heard that quite a bit.
Like that's like in every other sentence has something to so
Fair enough. No, all good.
that's
Right,
cool.
mate, well, yeah, well, that's a great quote. Absolutely brilliant quote. And now this is the hard part of the interview because it's something that the first couple guys struggled with. Okay. Now,
Okay.
Joel did all right. Joel did all right in his interview with this part. It's telling a good joke. So you don't have like a huge thing to like overcome because like, the first couple were really crap anyway. So shout out to Simon and James because you really don't know how to tell any jokes. So tell us a good joke, mate.
All right, so let's try to keep it a little PG here.
That doesn't have to be.
Right. Oh, I get that, but all right, I haven't heard a bad blonde joke here yet. Okay, so how do you drown a blonde?
How do you drown a blonde?
How do you drown a blonde? Put a scratch and sniff sticker at the bottom of the pool.
Oh, you know what? I'm really happy that I added this good joke section into the interview series.
I'm really trying to beat those two, okay? I'm really trying to beat them as far as the worst joke I can come up with.
So to all the blondes watching this show, I do apologize. Hope we don't offend, of course. And
Hey, just so you know, I'm originally a blonde, okay?
Believe it or not, I had blonde curly locks and everything when I was like 3 or 4 years old. Believe it or not. Anyway, so okay, so we'll go on with that one, and we'll just leave that connection alone.
You're like, yeah, that was catastrophic.
No, that's brilliant, man. Brilliant. Okay, hey, now are you ready for the 10 quick questions with Bender?
All right. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Now, the first one we did was with Simon because Simon just doesn't know how to shut up. So, like, the 10 quick questions with Bender didn't end up being quick, but that's okay. So,
Right.
What was your first job?
My first job was actually baling hay.
Baling hay.
Yep, baling hay. Working out in the hay fields as a teenager.
Cool. No worries. Hard work ethic, mate. It starts off strong. Right. Yeah. Okay. What's your favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero? For me, it was always, for me, I was actually always fascinated with people that can move things with their mind. So it was like Jean Grey. Like she was like the top for me when I was a kid. So.
And she was super hot in X-Men.
Duh.
That's all good, man. No, that's awesome. Okay, so your favorite sport?
Favorite sport? Football. American.
We just came off the Super Bowl the other day. How'd you go? Who's your number one team?
My number one team is college football, actually. We go pro. I do like the Broncos. I also like the 49ers. But as far as college, I only have one team, and that's Oregon. Oregon Ducks.
All good. No worries. Yeah, see, in Australia, we don't really get much college football at all. We only get a little bit of NFL as it is. So, we have no idea about college football at all.
Oh,
so I had no idea about the hat.
You have no idea what those 4 years in Italy were like, man. I'm going to tell you. Super Bowl was really hard to watch.
Oh, good, mate. Okay, so, your last song you listened to?
Last song I listened to. It's been a little while, actually. Play It Again was the last song I believe I listened to, and I think it was Luke Bryan sings that. Yeah.
Great song. Big fan of that song. All good. Right, yeah. I don't even know if I'm going to continue with the last song you listened to in this series, because as an entrepreneur, we generally don't listen to music. We more listen to like personal development audios and stuff like that. But anyway.
Personal development audios. Yeah, absolutely.
I call commitments. Anyway,
That's right.
What was the last movie you watched?
Last movie I watched? Same as James, actually, was Star Wars. Yeah, absolutely.
No, that was a great movie.
It was. I was a little mad that I have to wait another year to 2 years before I get to watch the next one.
Yeah. I was a little bit disappointed. It was just like, okay, this is very, very similar to episode 4. It's like really, but anyway, I still love the movie.
Yeah. No. There's a reason why they did that. So you'll just have to wait and see how they work that and why they did that. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think there's 3 more to go. So yay.
Probably not many of the original cast though.
I think we're about done with the original cast. If not one more, that's probably it.
I'd say so. Right. Okay. So what's one thing you hate doing?
One thing I absolutely hate doing?
Yeah.
Cleaning. Anything. I'm going to tell you, just cleaning. Ask my wife. She absolutely, I was a pig when she met me when I was in the Navy. And don't get me wrong. Now, I'm a total true believer that I really do like a clean house. I just don't want to be the guy doing it.
I think that's why we get on so well. We're just the same. I was looking around my apartment here just going, yeah, I think I need to clean. It's like, but I really don't want to. It's so good, mate. Okay, so you hate cleaning. Okay, as a entrepreneur, you must be reading books. I call commitments also. Okay, what is the current book you're reading right now?
That would be this one here, The Charge by Brendan Burchard.
Cool. I haven't actually read any of his books, so it's actually on my list. I have to go and get a couple of his books.
Yeah, he's really big into mindset. So if you like mindset unlock books, which I really do, he's really big into unlocking your mindset. So,
no, I think that's something that I really need too. So that's perfect. I see everyone quoting him everywhere, and I'm just going, I think I better start actually reading some of his stuff. So because some of those quotes are pretty powerful stuff.
He's one of the new stars, right? He's one of the new stars in our industry. So not quite Tony Robbins, but he's there.
Yeah. No, all good, all good. So when you were a little kid, Jesse, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, actually, I wanted to be an artist.
An artist?
Yeah, I really liked drawing when I was little, so I always wanted to be an artist when I was young. Cool.
No worries. I always tell everyone I'm an artist. I'm a bullshit artist all the time. But, yeah, that's brilliant. That's where you sort of moved a long way from being an artist.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I went straight into aviation, for crying out loud. So, I mean... And now I'm here online, so no, that's what I wanted to do when I was little, though.
No, all good, mate, all good. Okay, so if you could live anywhere in the world, anywhere at all, like if it's in the States, in a particular area or another country or whatever, where would you live and why?
Well, for me, I want the most desolate place that I can absolutely have my peace and quiet, out by a lake somewhere. But I want the best internet possible, right? Because I am kind of a techie guy. I do want the best internet possible. So those two things are like impossible to get. Okay, by the way, just so you know, it's like you can't live out in the middle of nowhere, by a lake, on the mountain, anywhere, right? And have the best internet in the world. So if I had to pick between the two, it'd still be location, even though I would have an office nearby where I could work.
Well, you got to start thinking a little bit bigger here, Jesse. Like you could have enough money to run optic fiber all the way to your place and then have the world's best internet. Like that could happen.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I do know that the cable companies are telling me that it would take Bill Gates to make them actually bring out more internet where I live now. So,
Well, I did read an article the other day that there's a company going to be sending, like, they're working on putting drones out to broadcast, I think it was like 5G internet, like around the world. So that could still be possible. You could be able to live out in the middle of nowhere and still get like ridiculously fast internet. You probably have to pay through the nose, but hey, if we're making 30, 40, 50,000 a month, then well, what's $1,000 a month?
Well, it doesn't matter to me. Like I said, when when we reach that level in our careers where it doesn't matter, it won't matter, right? So for me, that, I'm just that kind of techie guy, though. I do like electronics. I do like upgrades. I do like everything like that, but I have to be out, away from people a bit. I am kind of a little bit of a recluse, if you will. People don't really get that when they talk to me, but I don't like being around huge crowds of people all the time. I mean, I can handle it, but I don't like doing it a whole lot. So,
no, all good, man.
It'll never be in Manhattan. I promise you that.
No, brilliant. No worries, Jesse. Well, mate, you made it through the 10 quick questions with Bender, so I guess everyone on here got to know Jesse a whole lot better. So that's awesome. Thanks for getting through that, and that's awesome. Now, mate, if anyone wants to connect with you, how can they do that? What are the best ways to connect with you? And we'll put all these details on the blog. So if you're watching this on YouTube, then get onto the blog and go and watch this, and we'll get
absolutely.
Get the links.
There's definitely a couple ways. Facebook's absolutely the right way. So facebook.com/work with Jesse. Definitely you can reach me on my blog, which is jessejreeves.com. Okay, GESSE, jreeves.com/blog. Pretty simple. So, and that's really as easy as it gets. And an email. How about that? Jesse, JESSC, @jessejreeves.com.
Awesome, mate. Well, I'll put all of that on the blog. So anyone wants to get in contact with Jesse, just go down there and get in contact with him. And so that's awesome, man. So yeah, that's pretty much a wrap for us, Jesse. Like, man, thanks a lot for being part of the show. I hope you enjoyed it.
No, absolutely. I mean, these shows are great, by the way. I've definitely watched the last couple. They've been hilarious. I had to deliver. I had to just make you even more ashamed of even asking the question. But yeah, no, I absolutely love these, man.
No, it's great, man. I'm honored to have you on the show. Like, you're doing amazing things in our team and everything, and like, I'm just honored to have you on board. So I really, really thank you for your time and everything to be part of the show. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. So that pretty much concludes the show here. So look out for the next couple of episodes coming up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, everything like that. And no worries, and be on the lookout. Cheers, guys. And actually, I still have to finish my beer. How you going with your beer there, Jesse? Have you ever even touched it?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we've got to finish our beer before the end of the show, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, here we go. This entrepreneurial show, watching people drink beer. There we go. I'm all done anyway, mate. Hey there, I hope you really enjoyed that interview, another episode of Beer with Bender. Now, you know what? You know the best way to get notified of the next Beer with Bender episode is to subscribe to this YouTube channel, right? The YouTube channel of Beer with Bender. So what I'm going to do is, hey, I'm going to drink this beer, and by the time I've finished this beer, you should have subscribed to the channel. So go and do this while I chug this beer, right? Cheers. Have a great day. See you on the next episode.